Yo, what's good? This is Agent R, and we are talking. All this deck does is win, as you can see here. Let us hop back into these Yu-Gi-Oh streets. Yo, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while, right, since we've done anything Yu-Gi-Oh related. You know, I even uninstalled the game from my phone. I just put it back on there because Konami nerfed a lot of the problems I was having concerning the metagame as of late, since the introduction of links, and they are such a lifesaver and a breath of fresh air to the game, right? No more spamming Book of Moon and Floodgates and all that stuff all over the place, because link decks can play through so much nonsense. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So it's forced people to change up how they do things a little bit, and I am for it. Now, coming back at you, I don't have a lot to play with as far as characters anymore. Like, my account is over 3 years old now, and I only have maybe 2 characters left that are not max level, and they're just right at the cusp. So I'm just in here messing around with some deck ideas, and this one, bringing to you as we climb the ladder as of late, is my favorite. It is a Code Talker summoning deck. Just focusing on the extra deck, we've got the Decode Talker, of course, that can protect and destroy when a card on the field is targeted. And Code Talker is such a genius card, being able to essentially redirect what would be an attack on another card back on the opponent with that big boost. Power code for negation and boosting attack. Code Talker is in here more of an extension for microcoder, which you'll see here in the regular deck. L phase to give Decode Talker a monster when it is summoned. These two right here are a vibe, right? You need to run these two together. And Link Disciple for the one-ofs. And just in case I need it to be able to put something on the board, like getting back into a decode or something like that. So you'll be able to see that too. And last but not least, Shooting Code Talker, which I think I have a replay of, hopefully. This card allows you to attack multiple times during a turn and draw a card for each successful one, and those attacks are based on what it's pointing to. So at least in Duel Links, you are definitely just getting that main attack off. Actually, you can get 2 attacks off of it. You can, if you can get it in the main monster zone, it points to the left and to above itself to the top. But here we go. We're going to start with the spell card Signet Mining. So you can ditch a card to gain 1. You can get rid of Sea Archiver. It will special summon upon a normal or special summon to a zone a link monster is pointing to. So you can get that back. You can also get back Dot Scaper. When it's sent to the graveyard, you can special summon it. And if it's banished, you can special summon it. So you can only use each of those effects once per duel and once per turn. So that is a nice way to use Signet Mining as well. You can also use the Degrade Buster, because it will remove 2 Cyberse monsters from the grave to special summon itself. So this is a cheeky little way of getting something extra in if you need it to get the Degrade Buster. And once per turn, you can target a monster that the opponent has that has higher attack than 25. It's so clutch, and it'll just banish it until the end phase. So getting back to some of these spell cards, we have double MST, and usually I've learned to work with what I have, right? I haven't gone back to get a 3rd MST and all that kind of stuff. So it ends up working out because I do run 1 Signet Cross Swipe. So you contribute a Cyberse type monster, target a card on the field, and destroy it. This works well with Code Talker Alive, which I'll pull up at the rear. Signet Backdoor is also a nice card because it also works with Code Talker Alive. You can target a Cyberse, banish it, and if you do, add cyber type monster from the deck to the hand whose attack is lower than the monster's original attack, and then during your next standby you bring it back. Oh, and it says, and it can attack directly that turn. I don't usually use that. Just even now, I just realized that that effect was there. But yes, you can banish it off and it can swing directly when it comes back. But before I continue, getting in with these, why are those so crucial for removing a Cyberse on the field? Where the Code Talker Alive skill will banish the Decode Talker that's on the field or in the grave, or a Code Talker period. And the Recoded Alive will do so. So you target one Link 3 Cyberse type Link monster you control or is in your graveyard, banish it, and if you do, special summon a Code Talker monster from your extra deck. And then if you control no monsters in the extra monster zone, you can banish this card from the grave and then target one of those banished Code Talkers and special summon it. So if you get, you can essentially spam multiple attacks. You activate Recoded Alive, you remove the Decode Talker, you summon another one, and then in the same turn, because you can activate this turn that the effect is even, set up, or the skill is set up, you can turn around and then remove either with the Silent Cross Swipe or the back door, and then that will remove that talker off the field, and then you can activate Recoded Alive to bring one that's removed back on the field and attack. So I think I have one of those as well. It was a mouthful. Now to get all of this going, we need some starters. Link Slayer is a nice starter. If you control no monsters, you can special summon it. It also has a ditch effect like the mining, where you can discard up to 2 cards, target that many spells and traps on the field, period. Your opponents are yours, destroy them. So you can get some combos with that one. We also have Lady Debug. This is set up for post nerf, right? The upcoming ban list. So we have 2 of these in the deck. When it's normal or special summoned, you can add a level 3 or lower Cyber type monster from your deck to your hand. This is a nice card to use with L-Phase as well. If you didn't get the effect off of the normal summon, you can get it off of the special summon from the graveyard. 2 backup secretaries. If you control a Cyberse, you can just special summon this from your hand. Now you can only do it once per turn this way, so just keep in mind you can't double down with 2 of these in your hand. Another special summoner is Boot Staggered. When a Cyber type monster is normal summoned to your field, you can special summon this from the hand. And when this card inflicts battle damage, you can special summon a Stag token. It is a Cyberse. It will work with the cross swipe card, so just keep that in mind. It's a utility card as well, and you can link summon with it. That is the beauty of tokens, and hopefully we really start to dig deep into that nonsense in Duel Links with a token spam and link summoning coming up as well. We talked about Sea Archiver earlier. You can do this from the hand or the graveyard, but you banish it when it leaves the field. Widget Kid at 2 as well. If it's normal or special summon, you can special summon a Cyberse from your hand in defense. Doesn't matter the level or anything like that. So that's another starter for this deck as well. Following up last is Rom Claudia. So when it's normal summon, you can target Cyberse type in the grave, accept Claudia and add it to the hand, and then if this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon a level 4 Cyberse type monster from the deck. So that's another way to get out say somebody with the effect like Lady Debug. So that is the deck, and I'm so excited to show you what is going on here, because link summoning is nonsense. Let me know in the comments below if you are really enjoying links being in Duel Links finally after like 5 years. So let's get active. Yes, we are spamming some modifications visually so we can face a Tim, because all of this is DSOD kind of vibe, right? So here we go. We have the combo already in place, and why are we seeing Sacred Phoenix and Arvada? So maybe they are running Yubel? Maybe not. I think that's what they were running. Anyway, we summon the Link Slayer, the Lady Debug. We're gonna draw the A card to the hand there. And here we go. We're going to summon the L-Phase and Micro Coder. That's the combo. This is going to bring out Decode Talker. And because of L-Phase, we are going to be able to bring one of those cyberbursts back to the field. And then Micro Coder is going to allow us to set up either the back door or the cross swipe. This is the standard opener, pending you don't get disrupted. Yeah, so we're gonna grab cross swipe. It's usually the play. Archiver is going to bring itself back out, so that way it can be the sacrifice for the cross swipe. There you go. You go hit the Arvada. We're gonna swing in so that it can't get its effect. Activate Recoded Alive from the skill and clean them up. I haven't seen someone play Grit in a minute, but we get the C Archiver Silent Mining combo, which is great. Summon the Lady Debug to grab the Micro Coder and special summon the backup secretary, so we're able to perfectly go into Decode Talker because we're going to bring out L-Phase, and that's going to use the Micro Coder effect to then link summon from the hand. And again, the combo with these two, we're going to bring back a monster from the grave with L-Phase, and then Micro Coder, because it was used from the hand in that way, is going to then go and grab us a Signet Mining or a cross swipe. Typically, it's always going to be the cross swipe, but not a mining, a back door, excuse me. We already used the mining. Alright, we're going to also bring back the Archiver because that is a nice card to use for the cross swipe. And we are facing Infernoid, and I hate this deck so much. It's a cool deck, but we're going to go ahead and negate that as well. And this guy can still summon. He's going to bring out the Decatron. He's going to try to negate monster effects, but we're going to get banished there and bring it back. Activate Code It Alive and swing, but he's got Grit. And I actually forgot, but it's okay. We're gonna summon the Great Buster. He's gonna activate Void Feast. Decatron is going to try to send it away again. We're gonna go ahead and banish that because why not? Get that out of the way and clean him up. I hope you can see like the thread here. We can play around so much nonsense with this deck. We feel like Playmaker. Summons L-Phase again. Like, and that's what you're looking for in this game. You're looking for the consistency of your combos, which is why, you know, salads were so powerful. They had to be hit. This is why Mech Knights were so powerful and they had to be hit because of the consistency of those combos. And this deck has gone virtually untouched. So I really expected to see a lot more play because of its versatility as we move deeper into a new meta after this ban list. Anyway, we're gonna grab the cross swipe, gonna activate the skill to set, and then we're just gonna go ahead and bring out the Great Buster ahead of time. So you're gonna see why. We're gonna go ahead and pop the cross swipe. Actually, you're not gonna see why because he's gonna scoop automatically right there. Why did we do that? Because what I was prepared to do was set up a play later on so that we could bring out the power for the Code Talker, the Power Code Talker, excuse me, because it points directly down. We're going to set up a future play for that against that deck in particular, but unfortunately we were not able to see it because we went after the target of DD Orthros. So, you know, if you see that in the future, that's what you do. Go for what it's targeting, and you probably will come out of that pretty clean. We got another Joey on our hands here, but we've got the combo, so let us not fear. We got the L-Phase, and see, at least this time, if it is Red Eyes, which is what I'm typically thinking that it is, we have double MST, so we're big chillin', right? I'm still out here in these Yu-Gi-Oh streets going ham on people on the ladder. I've been playing a lot more Master Duel as well, but I really got to get more into that game. This one's so convenient. Well, even though I haven't been uploading a lot of it, we're still there, so appreciate all the previous subscribers who came through when this was like the main game that I was playing. For the most part, Meteor Black Comet Dragon. We're gonna go ahead and cross swipe that. Go ahead and pop a card. Ooh, a nice catch too. Go ahead and pop that. And they that's a good one. I love some of the other builds I have because I just like to spam DD Crow. Unfortunately, we don't have this one on this matchup, and that's a weird start. So maybe they're not using Photon Dragons. That was a weird start for me to see, but I'm gonna go ahead, because it's so weird, just go into Code Talker with this hand. It's gonna allow me to then bring that back. Go ahead and then go into Decode Talker this way. So again, the reason that I summon Sea Archiver all the way over on the list is to ensure I have an Encode Talker play in case I need it. So you gotta think ahead in this deck about where you want to put these monsters more so than others perhaps. But it doesn't matter because, yeah, you just got wiped. So alright, here we go. Go ahead and get rid of that Dot Scaper like I was saying before. That's going to allow it to summon itself. Got a little debug, so we're going to grab the microcoder. So we got a lot of follow-up here that we can potentially work with. But we're going to go ahead and use this. I'm going to skip ahead for that. I love seeing this animation. By the way, man, if you're feeling the vibe, consider subscribing to the channel. Drop a like if you're enjoying this video. And let me know in the comments below if you want to see more Yu-Gi-Oh stuff out of me. Cause if you want it, man, I'll upload some more. Like, I'm still playing this game. Also, check out the description below or look up the QR code here. We're going for 501c3 status for the nonprofit Well Played, where I share some of the health research and personal stories that I've been through as my family is on the journey for improved health. But it's all for you, and it's how we support what's going on here on this channel. So appreciate you in advance. And see, we're gonna go ahead and play through that warm worm and get the one to run the gym in quite some time. So we're gonna go ahead. We have the play, so you can use Widget Kid and use Lady Debug and grab a backup secretary this time. So I'm gonna go ahead and activate that, get rid of Lady Debug, pull myself a microcoder, then special summon backup secretary, grab the L phase, right? Combo's still there. Code Talker. So you see what I'm saying? Like, there's various ways, even in the cards I have, and I'm sure this is not the best builder version that you can make, but it is highly consistent. So I encourage you to give it a look. L phase is gonna go ahead and bring out that Widget Kid. It's got a nice attack. We're going to grab the cross swipe, activate the skill, and set both of those. We're going to activate a Cosmic Cyclone. We're going to go ahead and just negate that. We're going to try to bait out a longer play, Dark World Duel Links. We're just going to get rid of the same card. Activates the Shell Knight, grabs the value play. So I'm like, oh shoot, I'm going to have to deal with him cutting me down in half. I'm going to grab a Berserkion off of the Alpha. Fossil Fusion, getting rid of my microcoder. I usually don't use it after this point, so I mean, I'm good. This guy is going to link Shokan with the Skullgar and the Alpha, and I'm like, excuse me? Mrs. Radiant. Skullgar is going to activate its effect to the grave to grab a Fossil Fusion, which, cheeky, you can spam that again, so now I'm going to get rid of my backup secretary with Alpha. I'm going into the Warrior Skull Bone. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, activate that cross swipe, and blow that up, and then activate Ricotta Alive, and then bring it back in that spot. Then activate any in phase, banish, grab another Lady Debug, and at this point I actually can swing directly, but don't realize that because they both come back. But I'm just gonna grab another backup secretary, use both of those and go into a Brute Enforcer, then ditch the Link Slayer, and there you go. So that was a win, could have swung directly. So remember, after a backdoor, you can backdoor your way into them life points and send them fools back to the shadows. But that's all I got for you on this one. I appreciate you coming through, and as always, prove your meta. Until next time, Peace.